Hello, hello, what's up everybody? Excited to do some drafts today. Finally a day with no major injuries or suspensions, that's nice. Don't have to start with looking at our exposure, we love that. So let's hop into it. We're going to get started with a little practice $1 best ball draft here on DraftKings. If you want to join me, it's just a $1 one. And then we'll do a $20 draft after that and try to win 200K. So let's get in the queue and then we'll look at some of the Twitter news today. Alright, looks like we got some time. Alright, first tweet here is about Drake Baldwin. Just having a really good spring so far. I think I want to keep targeting him. Projected to hit second in the Braves lineup. I know he's a catcher. I'm always nervous to draft catchers in this competition, but we may have to mix him in. He's pretty much free at the end of drafts, so keep an eye on him. We were also speculating that maybe he'd get more plate appearances with the Profar suspension. Maybe a little bit more DH opportunities, but see if we can mix him in today. Here's just a tweet on Dylan Beavers, who's been off to a good start, but I guess he legged out a triple here. Can you guys see that? Basically, he's not slow. So he's not just like a power bat. Highest average sprint speed among Orioles hitters last season. So he's right there by Jordan Westberg, faster than Jackson Holliday, and Gunnar. So I've definitely flagged him a few times, but I haven't been drafting him much. But I think we need to mix him in. He's basically free at the end of drafts. Let's see, Mike Trout with his second extra base hit of the spring, double to right. So Trout's off to a good start. Good to see. And Carson Benj went oppo for his first homer of the spring. Quick reminder, he is one of 3 players in the minors with 15 plus homers, 20 plus steals, 150 WRC plus, and a K percent below 20%. So another late round flyer that we should be taking. It's hard to mix in all these guys though. I gotta figure out a good way to do that. Curious to see how you guys do that, like through stacking, just like rotating through them. I don't know. It's tough to say because you can get them all at the end of drafts. So, all right. So this one I had to flag because Nathaniel Lowe, you are on the opening day roster as a joke, obviously, but I think this is the second time I've seen him on here, so he's having a good spring. I wanted to see how he would fit into the Reds lineup. So roster resource doesn't even have him making the opening day lineup. Doesn't have options left. We know he's a first baseman, a lefty. We know he's not going to be, I guess if Sal Stewart gets off to a horrible start maybe, but we know we like Sal Stewart. Suarez is DHing. Brian Hayes is going to be playing third base. His defense probably keeps him in the lineup. They just traded from last year, so I doubt they're going to be benching him or anything. Yeah, I just don't know. I think I'll continue to ignore him for now, but maybe something to keep an eye on. Luke Keishel, did I say it?
Between about 35 and 40 pitches, but in speaking with him, in his mind, there is no way, as this one gets dangerous.
Should probably mix him in. The Twins lineup looks pretty bad this year, I'm not gonna lie, but he's projected to bat third. Haven't really drafted him much. I mean, it's probably smart to mix him in. 24-year-old. He's a second baseman. Only had like one season over 15 homers in the minors. Projected for a 111 WRC plus. So he's a decent steals guy, it looks like. 67. And I know I like a lot of the other infielders around where he goes, so I think I haven't been really mixing him in, but maybe I should change that when he falls at the very least. Here's Bryce Eldridge hitting the ball hard again. He's been having a good spring.
Yeah, hit it to the wrong guy.
I wanted to look at where he slots into the lineup. Let's see here. So roster resource has him hitting 8th as a DH platooning with Encarnacion. Okay, he's a 21-year-old prospect. It's tough to bet on these guys when they're playing in San Francisco. It's just another thing they're going to have to overcome rather than being like a benefit. But 25 homers in the minors last year, 23 the year before that. So it's a pretty good sign that he's ready. But for fantasy, batting 8th, platooning for the Giants, it's a tough sell, honestly. But he's also basically free at the end of drafts. So I saw Yastrzemski was on a heater. Maybe he might be worth looking at now that Profar is gone. Roster resource has them in a platoon at left field. I guess Eli White. Man, Yastrzemski's 36. I just feel like I thought he was so much younger. So, how did he do last year? It's just consistent 17, 18 homers, the 230 average. It's not super exciting. If he was younger, if he was like 28, we could potentially be expecting like another level of power. That would be interesting, but you just don't see guys like get another level at this age. So I'll probably still ignore him for now, but should be on the radar a little bit. I wanted to revisit this bad start because I think yesterday I kind of brushed it off as just an average start, but upon further investigation, he had a 41% CSW, 9 whiffs. This was actually a very good start for him. 17 whiffs on 88 pitches. And he's basically not free. He's like pick 200. So I need to be considering him like I kind of have been in like the Nola Rasmussen territory, but definitely want to start targeting him a little bit more. So this is an interesting one with Strider. We haven't been drafting him yet. It's funny, there's just a back and forth. So some people are like, hell yeah, his velocity was up. Up from his first start, I should say. But here, sitting 95 with just okay shape and a less than 30% zone rate and 0 whiffs on 24 fastballs thrown is not deserving of a victory lap. Nice to see the velo ramp up, but my goodness, it's been a fun day on Twitter. But I kind of agree with that. No whiffs on the fastball. He's just so expensive still. He's around a lot of pitchers who I feel a little bit more confident in. So it's hard for me to mix him in. I was kind of hoping he would fall a little bit. Maybe if he falls, though, with the increased velo, maybe we could start taking him. All right, so this draft is getting started. We got the 5th pick. Most likely a Bobby Witt team. We're okay with that. Okay, let's finish up the news. Alcantara had a nice day, 3 perfect innings with 4 Ks. We were drafting him a lot to start this season, and I kind of slowed down because I like a lot of other guys around him, but I think I need to be mixing him in some more. There's some more stuff on Strider. So yeah, the velo was up 2 miles an hour. So again, like if his next start is up, so this was a good tweet here. So you know, his really good years, he was over 96, 97, 98. And now today he's at 95, so almost there. You could definitely see his velo tick up again next start. And if that happens, then his price will probably rise, and it'll probably be too late for me to draft him. So it's hard to say with him, really hard. Yelich has been off to a nice start. You know we like drafting him. That's kind of that, what would you call it, like 3rd or 4th tier of outfield. So we'll continue to draft him. Horton had a nice start. We've already been drafting him. Nothing new there. Soderstrom with another homer. I think it was a grand slam, right? Yeah, grand slam today. We've been targeting him, and yesterday I said I want to kind of target him aggressively, so continue to do that. I've been wanting to draft Garrett Mitchell as a flyer at the end of drafts. This is kind of supporting that. I was kind of got cold feet the other day on drafting him, but 111 exit velocity is really exciting for him. And he popped off the charts on one of Eno's articles for like, it was either bat speed or like bat path or something like that. So maybe we'll take him today. It's basically free at the end of drafts. Alright, so we got Acuna here. Oh, I'm sorry, Witt. Not going to do anything fancy in the first 2 rounds. And let's finish up the news, and then we'll focus on the draft in the 2nd round here. So Merrill had a nice day. We've been drafting a lot of him, so this is good to see. 111 exit velocity. Good to see. It's just another Strider tweet. Touched 96.7 mile per hour twice. 4-seamer average 95. Late life giddy up was still there. Vertical break was 17 inches. Just be scary to not have any Strider if he rounds back into form. So we'll see if we can try to find a way to mix him in. He's kind of in the tier that I already have an SP1 and I'm waiting on pitching. McLean's just continuing his heater. We've been targeting him heavily. Right around McGonagall, but McGonagall's price I think is going to be really high. And it seems like McLean's price hasn't risen yet. Barger had a pretty sweet hit here.
3-2, stroked into
Gets
center,
over his head. That's impressive. We've been targeting him late. He's just another infield in a very deep infield this year. It's another Merrill homer. Alright, that's about it. Let's get back to the draft. Okay, so we got Witt in round 1. You guys know we really like to get 2 outfielders in the first 3 rounds. 44. Usually the outfielders don't fall here. I'm thinking Suzuki or Duran. So that means if we don't get 2 outfielders, we're going to be behind. So there goes Churio. He's usually the outfielder who falls. But Jordan's been going in this range. Could reach for Rooker or Wood. So that'll most likely be the plan unless like Ellie falls. Maybe Cal. So let's see here. Ellie had a big homer today. I kind of want to be targeting him aggressively, but you guys know I don't like to reach in the first 2 rounds. But if he falls to us at 20, we'll definitely take him. We'll try a draft that's behind the outfield. So he doesn't. So it's either Cal or Jordan. I think based on what I said previously, we should just go Jordan here. I like to take value when it falls in the first 2 rounds because it's a little unique. to get Witten, Raleigh, but it's also hard to draft a team. You saw yesterday there's so many good infielders, so much value in these drafts at infield that I don't want to go too many too early. So we'll take Jordan, start working on that outfield. And I'd like another outfielder here. There's a ton here, so we'll certainly get one. Wood would be fun. Roman Anthony climbing up the board. Langford climbing up the board as well. This is kind of the order that we had. I think Langford will flip green. I think once that happens, we can go back to kind of drafting ADP. There goes Roman Anthony. We'll finish up the news after this pick. Did I miss any big news today? Seemed like a quieter day. After 2 bombshell days, goes Langford. Goes Wood, that would have been fun. I do want to be mixing Caminero. There he goes. This probably wouldn't have been the team to do it though, since we have Witt. I think we'll just go ADP here. I've been going Bellinger a lot. I think he's just going to be fine, so we just got like a little dip in this price because of that injury. I think in the $20 draft I would go Bellinger. Or Merrill. I really like these two. But I should be going ADP sometimes to spread out my exposure a little bit. So we'll just take green there, but I'd be curious to see what outfielders you guys like in this range. Basically, from green to Buxton, Bellinger, Merrill, down to Suzuki is pretty much a tier for me. But do you guys have any favorites in there? For me, I really like Merrill. He just looks like he could be Freddie Freeman to me. But and I like Suzuki, Bellinger, and Langford. I'm a little nervous about Riley Green, too. I just feel like he's got the toughest park to hit in. Man, he only had an 805 OPS on 40 homers. It's hard to do. Alright, let's finish out a few more news things here. So, Luis Castillo, we do like him. Feels not super sexy, but he's at his highest velo, like this early in the year, in the last, 4 years? So that's a positive sign. Cantillo had a pretty bad start here against the Dodgers. We've been targeting him at the end of drafts. 22% CSW. I guess that's not that bad. Stuff was there, but looks like the location not so much. Let's see if anything else is super exciting. Mostly repeats. Imai had a nice start. Stott's off to a hot start. And the Pena injury could be a little worse than originally reported. At least out for a little bit longer. Okay, so would still love to get a third outfielder here. I don't really want to reach on Ward or Yelich, so we would take Suzuki. Probably Suzuki or an infielder here. Probably just go with the highest ADP infielder, like Olsen. There goes Suzuki, so this will be one of these 3 infielders. Devers is fine, it appears. So that's good to see. I think I just like Olsen more than him, but this is a nice price for Devers. Basically just got a free discount if he's healthy. I think I'll still take Olsen. But I'd be curious to see if like Devers' price goes back up now. Cause I think he was going in the third round, but I wasn't drafting him there. I felt like he could drop, so it's kind of like a questionable pick, and he got injured. So who knows if he'll pop back up. So this next pick, we still want to really prioritize that third outfielder, so I'd love Yelich here. Teoscar would be the other option. He already went. And Ward is the other option. I don't want to reach for Cruz here, so this would be the main picks. Alright, looks like we'll get one of them. That's exciting. I think I'll still go... Okay, there goes Yelich. Wonder if his price will rise with his hot start. But we'll take Ward at 53. That's pretty exciting. Alright, so we got the third outfielder. So that gives us... Doesn't put pressure on us to reach for one. I want to see how the pitchers get drafted here now that Hunter Green's out of the mix. You guys know this is a tier I really like to get my first pitcher. 68, I think that's around like Gilbert, McLean. I'll start drafting McLean, just in the tier. I think DeGrom is firmly in this tier now with Green out. And I do like Luzardo. He's off to a hot start as well, so maybe we'll try a team with like Luzardo as SP1. Wow, Caglione went 56. That's crazy. I mean, that's just crazy. What's his ADP now? 91. I mean, this is like you're drafting him like he's like guaranteed to do what his projections are. I don't know. This is like him realizing his potential. You're like not getting any value. I don't know. Because you picked him over Mike Trout. Alright, so we want to get our pitcher here. Who is left? Gilbert, McLean, DeGrom. I think I'm okay reaching on DeGrom for the next few days because I do think his ADP will rise. So I will take DeGrom if Gilbert's gone. Here's the infielders falling, as we talked about. Machado, Suarez falling 10 picks here. Still really want Gilbert here. See if these guys pass. Oh, DeGrom went too. McLean and DeGrom. Okay, I think I reached for Framber. I think I might start going when it works out. I might start going like 2 pitchers in this range, like this guy. Shit, there goes Gilbert. So I think this is too far to reach for Luzardo. Maybe he'll be there on the way back. So let's take one of the infield values, Machado or Suarez. Don't really have a big preference between the two. Curious what Underdog says. I probably don't have time here. Yeah, I don't have time. We'll look after. We'll go Machado. So, yeah, that's our third infield. Who are the outfielders there? Could have considered Stowers there. Maybe that was a better pick. So, we'll consider Luzardo. Definitely want to review this. This is like, the draft is changing a bit. Adele's starting to move up. You know, we were targeting him a lot. That's why maybe I should have just reached for Luzardo. Because, like, I want to draft Adele here. And there goes Luzardo. So, I don't want to reach 11 picks for Bradish, but, again, maybe pitching just completely mispriced at this point. How about Stowers or Adele? Am I crazy? Because I kind of like Adele. 72. 82. Alright, I don't have a lot of Stowers. We'll take him here. Fell 12 picks, so that's when I want to be taking the guys I'm not targeting. He's injured, but... okay. This one will be super interesting to review. So we have no pitching yet. Oh my god. Dog scared the shit out of me. Alright, so we could go 8-6-6 build to compensate for this. It's probably what we'll try to do. I don't really want any of these outfielders. We already have our 4th. So next will be 5th. Okay. So what's our pick? So our pick 92. Strider goes as... Are all these guys going higher? Cease to like 4 picks higher. This is way higher for Ryan. Just seems like a reach. Pavetta. 9 picks. Strider. 7 picks. It's crazy how just like one pitcher can kind of change the dynamic a little bit. And this is just one draft, but it's kind of what we expected to see. But this is just like another level, kind of. And it's just a $1 draft, but we'll see what happens in the 20. So pick 92. Definitely going to be keeping an eye out for our first pitcher. Again, I don't really want to be going out infield. So I'd like to go pitcher or outfield here. But if there's an egregious value at infield, I'm okay taking my 4th infield. But especially if we might go 8-6-6. I don't love these outfielders. We could go Marcy for the Marlin stack. It's not very sexy, but there's just not a lot of options here. Who was the next pitcher? Oh, we could go Mizorowski as our SP1. That could feel pretty good. This was like a mistake I made yesterday that I think I went for value a couple times. And the first time was fine, but then like I needed to switch over to going for team need, which was pitcher. So it's going to be Mizorowski, or there goes the outfielder went, Marcy. Didn't he? Oh, no. Oh, I just didn't tag him. See, make it easy on us. Yeah, I'm not going to go infield. We'll go Mizorowski. Alright, I think that worked out nicely. So we'll be double tapping pitching a few times. I would have taken Kirby on the way back. 101 is our next pick. You guys know I like Butler, but God, I'm a little nervous now. I've seen no news on him. Have you guys seen any news on Lawrence Butler? I've seen nothing. Alright, who we got here? So Green, Abrams. So we're behind on pitching. So we could go use Savage. Kind of nervous about him. Does innings limit? But I don't know if that warrants a full fade, which is what I'm doing right now. This might be a good team to take him. We'll have one pitcher. The other option is Abrams at 12 pick value. If we only had 2 infielders, that would for sure be the pick. We'll just take a Savage. I could see Abrams there as your 4th infielder. I'm really trying to be patient with infield though. just after yesterday, it just blew my mind. There was like 40 pick value on infield. And we already have our 3 starters, so I don't necessarily... And Machado is a value as well, so... So we got some young arms here. I think that's a good way to kind of attack the pitching when we got priced out early. A couple of high upside arms. And we can still go 8-6-6. Depending on what infielders we get. So we'll continue to be eyeing pitching here. Can consider mixing in our 5th outfielder. We can go any direction here pretty much. Oh yeah, what was the note on Stowers? I haven't been drafting him much. So we had a hamstring injury. A very minor strain. Yeah, okay. So he took 30 swings. That was 3 days ago and played catch. I mean, the good thing is we're still a month away, right? So if there's nothing like major, he should be fine. There we go. Snell goes 111. That's super early. Is there any news? Nope. Alright, so let's start looking at who's available. We have pick 116. Look at this infield value. I like Turang, so I might take that. Evaldi, Gore. I kind of want to mix in some Gore. Burns, Glass now. So I think it's Grisham. Grisham's been off to a real rough start in spring. I think we'll look at like this range for our 5th outfielder, Moniak. So I was going to say it's either Turang or a pitcher here. Since the drop-off from Turang is pretty big, I think we'll go ahead and take him here as our 4th infielder. And there's a few pitchers we like here, so we'll see who falls to us. Alright, I like that. Okay. So we're 2-4-4. So even if there's infield value, we're probably going to have to wait for a while. Let's get some of these pitchers going. I'll even reach here if I have to. I'll try to stick to ADP order here. Even though you guys know I like King ahead of Suarez. I don't know, maybe I'll still go King ahead of Suarez. Let's see what Eno says. 57. This is kind of why I'm going King. It's really not close on the Stuff Plus model that Eno runs. So maybe that'll be the one exception. And this is why I don't end up with Suarez, because I like Bubba Chandler as well. Okay, I think we'll just take Glass now here. I'm a little nervous about Glass now, but one of the reasons I was worried is just because I'm worried about the Dodgers pitchers getting 2-start weeks, which is so important in best ball. But we looked at the Dodgers rotation the other day. It didn't look as strong as I thought. So they only have 5 listed because Snell's out. So I guess you add Snell to this. But we're not sure if Sasaki's going to be starting. Ohtani, they're going to take real easy with him. Obviously Yamamoto's a stud, but like, where's the sixth pitcher coming from? I mean, Snell, but he's injured. Sasaki, we're not sure if he's going to be starting, so I'm not sure if I would be afraid of the Dodgers pitchers not getting 2-start weeks. But, so for those of you that are new to Best Ball, it's basically a contest to. It has no time commitment throughout the season, so the website or the system will automatically put in your best player for that week, and you'll accrue points that way, so you don't have to predict. You don't have to say, I'm going to start Glass now this week. It'll automatically put in your best players, so it's a way to get in a lot of these drafts. So if you love drafting, it's just so fun. And then you kind of track your exposure on players throughout the year more than individual teams. So it's just kind of the perfect little format if you love drafting. Alright, so I will probably be attacking pitcher here. I'd like to get that fifth outfielder. Kind of like these guys. Fiala as well. We'll pick 140, so these guys are falling a bit. We got Machado, so Laureano's a bit of stack. Should not go infield here, even though we like Jacob Wilson. We have, what, 4? We're just too far behind on pitching. Let's pick 140. So I think I'll continue to go pitching here. You guys know I really like this tier, just with the best ball format we talked about. These guys all feel like they could have just massive 2-start weeks. I like Cabrera a little more than Ray for the upside. Okay. It's our 4th pitcher. That's nice. I haven't been drafting Ramos. It's hard to get excited about San Francisco players, I find. So these are the pitchers I like. You might have a nice start. I think we'll just hit him again. Could see Wilson here. But look at that. Yeah, I think we're just going to take pitcher. We don't have like the true ace, so these guys could all pop in the starting lineup throughout the year. I just find that tier so valuable. So we got 2 of them. Love that, and hopefully there'll still be some values coming back to us. I think like a week ago I would have been really excited to get Jacob Wilson there, but just the amount of infield value we've seen, there will be more. So take what we need, and we need pitching. So now we will jump back into the hitters. Love Okamoto. I think I want to start drafting him aggressively as well. We like Murakami, but these 2 ADPs have flipped over the last week. Okay, let's check the board. A lot of infielders going there, taking up some of the value, although I say that and this was a reach. And these guys are getting their guys. You love to see it. I want to draft more of these 2 outfielders, Marte and Rafaela. Those Cruz, so I saw Doyle was coming back already. It's exciting. Could be back on Friday. I won't take him here, but I think now's a good time to draft him at the discount if he's gonna be healthy. Just another free discount. We still need 2 outfielders. Yeah. So maybe we'll try to wait and take him and hopefully get Okamoto or Murakami. I'm just going to tag the next pitcher tier that we like, just so I know when to dive back in. Alright, come on. We want Okamoto. These guys all went infield, so maybe they'll pass. This guy only has 3, so he might take him. Okay. So we should get one of them. Okay. Super exciting. Getting Okamoto 14 picks past ADP as the 5th infielder. We still need our 5th outfielder. Could go Abreu. But I just like Okamoto a lot. That's our 5th. Yeah, so we can go 8-6-6 probably with the build here. Frelick is a stack with Turang. Be curious what Underdog says about those two. Frelick, 153, Doyle, 132, so they have Doyle. There goes Frelick, so I think we'll just go Doyle here. So many good infielders. I mean, I'm beating a dead horse, I know, but love him, love him, love him. So we'll go Doyle. I'm kind of reminding myself for the $20 draft. I've already been attacking outfield early, so I can't really like attack it more early. So I think I just should be going pitching earlier, outfield and pitching, and get just one anchor infielder kind of. Check the board here. I think today's a really good day to draft Doyle, and tomorrow. Goes Barger. So, do you guys think we will be okay with 6 infielders? We have Witt, Olsen, Machado, backed up by Turang and Okamoto. Feels nice. And we didn't get our first pitcher until pick 92. What do you guys think? Would you go 8-6-6 or 7-7-6? I feel like those are the 2 most common builds I see. Some numbers ran on the Underdog competition, and 7-7-6 was like the most successful build. But they have an extra util hitting spot, so that makes sense. Whereas DraftKings, you don't have that spot. So I could see 8-6-6 being the optimal build on DraftKings. This guy went for the Hunter Green flyer at 184. I'm gonna be not drafting him at all. Ugh, and Sal Stewart here. Jeez. We like Cowser a lot. That could be a stack. Could go McClanahan. I kind of like Cowser. It's a little early. But just like Cowser a lot this year. Especially at the price. Alright, so we're done with outfield. And we need, what, 1 more infield? I think we wait. What's McGonagall's ADP now? Okay, it hasn't ticked up too much, so These are the two that have been crushing spring training. But it's like, couldn't I just take Nico Horner at 30 pick value? I could. Or I could get the sexy young infielder. So with McClanahan gone, the rest of these pitchers are all about in the same tier for me. They're kind of all dart throws. Oh, Baldwin though. It's either Baldwin or McGonigal. I'll go Baldwin. I think we have a stack with Olsen, so that's solid. Yeah, I don't know. Could have been McGonigal was the pick there. I still haven't drafted him much. I think that would have been the pick to do it, probably. I don't know, where do you guys think McGonigal should be going? I was kind of thinking, like, is he that different from Connor Griffin? No, I think Griffin's overpriced now, but... so where would you put, like, a young stud, like, but he's a question mark? I don't know, McGonigal could rise a lot. So, maybe I should have gone McGonigal there. I also kind of like him more on a 7-7-6 team, just in case he does start in the minors. But maybe we'll try to get him in the $20 draft, but I think he gets way overdrafted in the $20 ones from what I've seen. I like this pick of the turn here, Stewart and McLean. I'm curious where his other infielders were. Alonso, Betts, Vinny. Okay, it's not bad. Alright, so after this pick, we'll queue up for the $20 draft. Anything else interesting you guys are seeing here? Still no McGonigal, so, man. Can we go 7-7-6? Probably shouldn't. Probably shouldn't. Well, I better tag some pitchers then, so. I like Mize for innings. I like Weathers for upside. Can do Sasaki on an 8-pitcher team. Man, of course McGonigal falls now. It's a sexy pick, but I don't think it's the right pick, unfortunately. So we'll just go with Mize or Weathers. I think we'll go Mize here. We have the kind of sexy young studs here. So I wouldn't mind a little bit more innings, like safe innings. We'll hope to get Weathers next. Be curious to see what pitchers you guys like in this tier, because to me they're all kind of dart throws. So I've been going like Weathers. I know Ponce is another common one. I've been seeing Burrow's name mentioned a lot. Ashcraft is another favorite. Grayson Rodriguez. Cantillo. Alright. There he goes. Damn, still McGonigal. I mean, maybe last pick. If he's still there last pick, we can't let him go. Maybe something like that. Okay, there goes Ashcraft. He's one of our favorites there. We'll go Weathers. Oh, McCarthy's moving up, huh? I should probably check this out on Colorado. He was not on my radar. Is that because of the Doyle injury, maybe? But we know Doyle's good to go. Damn, leading off. What the hell? Or they just traded for him this year. Interesting. I mean, he's basically free, so could be a flyer, but I don't think he's super exciting. Projected for 94 WRC plus. Let me get in that. Sorry, I'm all over the place. Let me get in that draft. So this is going to be the main event here. It is a $20 best ball draft with $200,000 going to first place. So it's pretty exciting, pretty fun to track throughout the year. And let's see if we can do it. Win 200K. Cool, it's almost filled. So if you guys want to join me, that'd be fun to draft together. Alright, someone finally took McGonagall. I'm just curious to see where he went. 222. This guy got Beavers, Benj. Alright, so we'll just stick to the 866, get the last pitcher. Let's queue up a couple. Not sure what I think about Miller. It's just such a bummer because his velo was up and then he immediately got injured. So we were excited for him for about a day. And now we don't know anymore. I want to see more about Burrows. How old is he? He's young, right? 26. Is he projected to start in the rotation? I think he is, right? Six-man rotation, but Ryan Weiss could easily fall out. Burrows. Interesting. I mean, I trust the Astros. What's Miller's latest note? Catch Wednesday. Don't have any Rodriguez either. think we'll go Miller. And I think he just has the most upside. Which, you know, we're trying to turn $1 into $10,000. You got to be going for upside. So, and keep in mind the big weeks are in the playoffs. So as long as he's healthy for the playoffs, that's all we care about. All right, so let's do a quick recap of this team. Ooh, finally, yes. We get a judge team in the $20 draft. Finally, you guys know I've been running cold on pick number 2, so that's exciting. Very excited to see that. So we got a minute here. Let's do a quick recap. So infield we went Bobby Witt, Matt Olson, Manny Machado, backed up by Turang, Okamoto, Baldwin. That feels really strong. Turang at value. All these guys at value. Outfield we got Jordan, Riley Green, Taylor Ward, backed up by Stowers, Doyle, and Cowser. That also feels quite strong. We know we didn't get a pitcher till late. So we got Mizorowski, Yasavich, Glasnow, backed up by Cabrera, Imai, Mize, Weathers, and Miller. So I kind of like that team, honestly. I think we did good for getting priced out a pitcher. I like that strategy that we did here. All right, now let's prep for the big boy. So we learned... Let me get in the draft on my phone so I don't miss a pick or something. Watch, this guy's going to go judge one. Watch. It's going to be use every second just to pick Ohtani. All right, man. Sweet. We got a judge team. Yeah, I should have pulled this up before the draft, but I already knew. This is just my exposure for the first 2 rounds. I've only had 5 judge teams, and I'm not fading them. I've taken them every time. So that feels really good to get a number 2 pick. Same thing with Soto. But that's why you have to do so many of these drafts to kind of spread out what pick you get. So that's super exciting. Really wanted to get a judge team. So let's see if we can build around him. So let's think about this here. So we know we want to be waiting on infield based on the last several drafts. This pick isn't a great spot for infield in my opinion, or outfield. So I think 3 outfield is on the table. There's also a lot of good infielders and pitchers we can go at both these picks. So if we do go 3 outfield, that would be fine. But if an infielder falls, I will be okay with taking 1 here. We could even go like pitcher 4750. If we go, no, I guess we probably wouldn't do that. So if we have 3 outfielders, well, I mean maybe. If we go 3 outfielders, we could go pitcher. But alright, so anything fancy happening here? Scabal's falling. I've been fading him, not because I think he's bad or anything, but I just like going outfield first. I think he makes a ton of sense after the outfielders, which is exactly where he went here. This is kind of how I view them. Pretty much in that order. Maybe Tucker over Tatis. So it'd be nice if he does fall a little bit since I don't have a lot of exposure yet, then I can start drafting him. It's kind of the other fun part about doing best ball throughout the month is you can kind of see the ADP trends and stuff. Alright, Skeens. Alvarez went pretty early. Okay. I feel like he sometimes falls, so that would have been just an option off the board. Would love for Churio to fall. He didn't. I have a feeling like Wood and Rooker will be there. Let's look at our exposure on them. So I have more Rooker. I think that's where I want to be. I might go Rooker again here. Underdog agrees. There goes Rooker. Fuck, would we go Crochet here? I think we could. Could also go Caminero on the way back if we get an outfielder. We could reach for Roman Anthony. There's actually a ton of options here. Okay, I was going to say if Vlad was there, I was going to take him, but who do you guys like here? You know I like Roman Anthony. Could get our Caminero share on the way back, or Langford. It's a little bit of a sexy pick here. Especially because he's been going in the 3rd round a lot, but I mean, I could have taken him here. It doesn't really matter. So 2 outfield. Let's see who falls here. This guy's going to use up every second of every pick. I'm okay with that. So we went Gunner. What about like Alonso versus Caminero? Yeah, underdog likes Alonso. Could reach for Langford to get that 3rd outfield. Okay, so there goes Alonso. For me, it's going to be Caminero or Langford. What do you guys think? 3 outfield. Otherwise, we'd have to go like Ward or Yelich. Or do we get Caminero here? Fuck it, we went Langford. We're just drafting our guys at this point. I kind of thought back to just not wanting an infielder was my main thought there. I don't mind having an anchor infielder, but I can almost guarantee you we're going to take an infielder here. And I do like the infielders here over the outfielders that would fall to us. Now, if, like, Suzuki falls to 47, I'm going to be pissed. But what do you guys think about that pick? I could see Caminero being the better pick. It's funny, I don't have a lot of practice from this pick because I just never get it. So, what else could we have done? Could have gone like Gunner Langford, or Gunner Roman if he fell. That would have been nice. So outfield. How many we got left? Goes to Rosarina. It's like this is kind of the tier I'm talking about. It's only 3 left, 2 left. So there's no way they make it back to 47. And I've been getting like Ward a lot, like down here and stuff. So don't really want to retrim. So we don't have to now. This is just such like a sexy team, which isn't necessarily good. Like, my friend always has to remind me that, you know, the solid vets are what wins leagues a lot of the times. So that's like Alonso, and Gunner's more of a vet than these guys. But we are trying to turn $20 into $200,000. So I think this will be a pretty unique team as well. Because technically I reached for both. It's so funny, I do the $1 and I never reach, and then I reach in my $20 drafts. So there goes Suzuki. Is that all of them? Still Buxton. Wow. I doubt he'll fall all the way. Yeah, there he goes. Okay, so 4750. Definitely go Hunter Brown. I doubt he falls. I think we do try to take a pitcher. Damn, some decent value here. Turner, Lindor, Freeman. There goes Ward as well. That's good. We weren't targeting him. And Turner at that value would be really nice. We could get Brown or Wu on the way back. But I do like Brown a bit more than Wu. Okay, there goes Trey. So that kind of makes it easy for us. It's good value on Brown as well. I might even go both pitchers here if he takes Freeman. So see what happens. Yeah, I could go Betts. Those are kind of the 3 for me. I think I'd go, well, let's see if he takes Freeman. Could go Freeman Betts and get the Dodger stack. But then he'd have 4 infielders. Okay, so there goes Wu. I guess I should have seen that coming a little bit. Could reach, or it could go Sale. Oh, there he went Sale. Okay, we'll take Freeman as our first infielder. Yeah, we like that. You guys see anything else here? I think it's just Freeman. What's that dot, though? Okay, nothing. Cool. All right, I like that. So, yeah, I really like this draft so far. We could debate on which outfielders I picked here, but this build feels really nice knowing that there's going to be a ton of infield value. I feel like that's kind of what this guy was feeling here. Like, once you have the two infielders, like, it's hard to go Freeman or Betts. I was going to go two pitchers as well. But getting that ace will just give us a lot of flexibility. I mean, we can pretty much draft any position now. I wouldn't want to take... I mean, you can, but I don't love taking fourth outfielder yet in these 2 rounds. But once we get to like in this, the 70 plus, then I think you can. I think it's fine. So any weird builds here? This guy went 4 outfielders. This guy went 4 outfielders. Reached on Cruz here. Nothing too fancy. Nito went 10 picks above ADP. Bichette went at ADP. I see him fall a lot. Goes Gilbert. For sure, if this tier falls back to us, we'll take another pitcher. For me, that tier is Fried, Peralta, Ragans, McLean, DeGrom. I might draft Luzardo. See if any of them fall. What pick are we? 71. Be hard to pass up on Suarez, Perdomo. I like Soderstrom. Maybe on the comeback. I think Happ would be interesting as a 4th outfielder. You guys know I love Adele, but might be a little bit of a reach. Adele makes sense at 74. Yeah, that could be fine. Let's watch the board here. Goes Robert. Ragans is gone. Goes McLean. Happ. Take Stowers again. I think we go pitcher first. Peralta or DeGrom are fine. There goes Peralta. That would have been pretty exciting at pick 71. I think we'll go DeGrom. I think his price will start rising. Could also go try to go Soderstrom and then Adele. That'd be really strong, but I'd rather go pitching here now and not sweat the infielders. So it'll be Soderstrom or Adele. I won't go another pitcher here, so our next picks, 95, 98, 119. Go Stowers. Luzardo. I think I'm going Adele. What do you guys think? Maybe a 4th outfielder. We got some young guys who might have some up and down weeks. Might not be a bad idea to get a stud for the 4th outfield. Let's do it. He's a guy we like. Alright, so we have two pitchers. That feels good. We have the infield nice and open for the values that we know are going to come. Alright, let's watch the board here. Goes Cease, Valdez. Curious where Soderstrom goes. He goes. So we got a couple teams with no pitchers here. It's pretty interesting. Which team do you guys... Are there any standout teams there that you guys see? Nothing too crazy. Harris went 75. So I think that's the highest I've seen him go. See, like, this is a nice pitching staff, but we'll have to see how he fills out the outfield. There's Lyle. So let's see. So we have 90. So I was kind of wondering where he would go. So there goes Caglione. So ADP is 90. He went 86. Lyle was 95. He went pick 85. I mean, this could just be outfielders getting moved up the board. There's Terang, 87. Watch, this will be the draft where there's no infield value. I'm not worried about it yet, but just watch. So now is when we'll start to look at infield. Could this be a Strider team? It would be my first. And I won't consider outfield until maybe like this tier. Moniak, Marte, Rafaela. Alright, things are moving fast here. Really want to get one of those two infielders. So let's see. Hopefully these guys don't take infield. He has 4. He shouldn't. Connor Griffin went 90. See, I bet in this draft McGonigal will go pretty high. Garcia went 92. Zarowski, Bush. Damn, I kind of wanted Bush there. But this is a Judge team. Oh yeah, baby. Let's get Ben Rice. Beautiful. Love that. So pairing up Ben Rice with Aaron Judge as our second infield. It's going to be a tough pick for me here. We could go 5th outfielder. Probably shouldn't though, right? Could go Langoliers. Goodman. Does 2 more catchers. Just curious what Underdog has. 113. Goodman. Damn, 137. Oops. Could this be our first Strider team? So expensive. I feel like he's so risky for this price. I don't think Eno likes Pavetta much. 37. I mean, that's not terrible. Go Strider. So I think it's... I don't think we need to go Pavetta. He has a nice value, but we already have 2 pitchers. I'd rather go Langoliers or Butler. This guy better be fine. Alright, we're attacking outfield again. I'm trying to wait on infield. Hopefully this isn't the one draft where there's no value. But we'll try to push it. We're trying to turn $20 into $200,000. Gonna have to take some risks. Am I like the one guy holding Butler's ADP? Why is there no news? What does mid-spring mean? Who knows? Okay. Maybe I would have liked Pavetta there a little more. Yeah, I think maybe Pavetta was the better pick there. But it's okay. We'll tack pitching and infielding here. Probably gonna end up getting Glass now again at this range. But I need to be mixing in, like, Pavetta's not his target, so I tend to avoid him, but I think when he falls, I should be taking him. I think I would have preferred Pavetta there. But we'll have to remember that one. Perez and Burns got pushed up. Yeah, I'm feeling like Pavetta was the better pick there. Let's see, what's the update on Joe Ryan? I think he's fine, right? Checked out well. Live hitters. Yeah, I just need to get better at taking pitchers I'm not targeting. Pitching is just so random. It's not like Pavetta's never going to have a usable week. And it's not like Butler's luck either, so. And we went heavy outfield, so. If we had more time, maybe Pavetta was the pick there. Alright, so having just said all that, am I just going to reach for my pitcher again? Or should I take you Savage here? Like, what does Underdog think of you Savage? 131 compared to like Glass now. Wow. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Let's see. This guy went heavy pitcher. Do you think he'll go pitcher again? I better not risk it, right? Although there's only one infielder that I really like here, and it's Wilson. Yeah, we'll go Wilson. At least that stacks with Butler, so... Let's see what happens here. I'll even go Schlittler, I think. I'm pretty heavily invested in Glass now. I need to chill. Does this guy go 6 pitcher? No way, right? Trying to take advantage of having the pick here and trying to guess what he's going to do. Because I think he needs an infielder, so... He could have gone Wilson. Oh, cool. He went Schlitt. He did go pitcher. Okay, so we'll take you Savage at 22 picks of value. That's nice. That's really nice. It's exactly how I want to be taking guys I'm not targeting. And I think Wilson was the right choice first. So, yeah, that was nice. And it kind of complements the Butler pick, right? Okay. So 143 is our next pick. We love this pitching tier. I really want to be targeting Bubba Chandler. I don't know if Snell fits this team. We'll think about that. But these guys we all like. I'm just going to tag them. Probably go 2 pitchers here. So let's see how we do here. A lot of pitchers going here. This guy still has 0 pitchers. Goes Cruz. I mean, we can wait till our last pick to get outfield at this point. Maybe Beavers would be nice. Who else did we look at earlier? Benj, maybe? Take a flyer on someone. Or Doyle. Maybe Doyle. Goes Rafaela. So not the crazy infield value we were seeing, but still some decent players here. I mean, if people take infield here, that's fine. I'll just take the pitchers. So it's kind of a win-win. Because PPO, Contreras. Suarez. Let's see how many pitchers are left. Quite a bit, so we should be fine. Would I take any of these infielders over a pitcher here? This could be interesting to draft Pena today at 30 picks of value. Because, like, it is just a finger. I mean, I know he'll probably start the year in the IL. But it's not like a knee or an elbow or something, or a shoulder. But if I had 4 outfielders, I'd go Marte. Ooh, come on now. You guys know who I want here. Come on. Alright, sweet. So we're going to get Bubba Chandler here. One of my favorite targets. Very exciting. It's the second young pitcher that we have here. Something to keep in mind when we're picking these next guys. Do we go Pena? This guy might. Yeah, he needs infield. I think if we go Pena, we'd have to go 7-7-6. Could go Okamoto, but we've seen him fall. I really just like attacking these pitchers here. I think, well, that's what we'll do. How many do we have? 4? Yeah, we could go with a 5th here. Yeah, we'll just take another pitcher. I think I'll still go Cabrera. Imai had the nice start. Castillo's velocity was looking good. Horton's had a nice start. Just kind of keep it at ADP here. And it gives us a chance for one of these guys to fall back to us. Because I want as many of these guys as I can. Pitching's just so random, and you know, you think about the 2 week period in the playoffs, you have no idea what your pitching staff's going to look like. So these guys are all solid pitchers. So it's nice to only have 3 infielders at this point. We can start looking at some of those exciting guys like McGonigal, McLean. And I think that pitching tier will be gone at 167. There's only 2 left. 1 left. Oh, Degray, of course. Okay. So the pitching staff is looking nasty, honestly. It's a sick pitching staff. Feeling better about the Butler pick now. Could have maybe had, Pavetta, and then here we could have had Marte. So Pavetta, Marte, or Butler, Bubba Chandler. Who knows? Where do they have Marte projected to hit in the order, I wonder? 8th. Projected for a 94 WRC plus, nothing crazy. 24. A pretty good year last year. This is just looking to see if he has ever had like a crazy power season. Not really, but nothing wrong with these numbers. There goes Pena at 158. Walker went really early. I think that's a good pick, honestly. Because you got to think about this contest has been open for at least a month. So every draft before today, Pena is going, you know, pick 100 to 110. So now this guy gets him at 158. So if he's the guy you need, you know, he's going to have a really strong team here. And he could miss not a ton of time. Rasmussen goes 161. That's pretty high. Sheehan already went 152. So I really liked our picks last time. Let me just tag our next pitching tier that we like. We like Baz, we like Nola, Imanaga, maybe McClanahan. Alright, it's our picks. So, Of course, there's basically no infield value. But even so, I still really like Barger. I still really like Sal Stewart. I've seen some stuff on Keishel, however you say it. But we'll go Barger here as our 4th infielder. I'm not sure what to do next. Pick 170. What does the underdog have? Keishel. Keishel. 199. I mean, I think I just straight up like Sal Stewart more. I don't think I want to take him here. 183. I think maybe we go Doyle. How many infielders do we have? 4? Or do we just reach for Sal Stewart? No, we'll go Doyle. So we'll be done at outfield. And let's hope some infielders fall now. not sure how I feel about that pick. That could have just been going with another infielder. Could have maybe hit pitching as well. I guess I'm not used to these guys going so early. But Nola's off to a strong start, so that does make sense. Wouldn't have minded Nola there, though. He kind of would have fit the team nicely with the young, upside arms. So maybe that was the better pick. Maybe we can get Baz back to us, though. Probably not. So I think maybe Nola was the better pick there. It's not like we need outfield help. I just like his value because he's looks like he's going to be healthy. There goes Baz. Yeah, shoot, I should have a pitcher there. It's okay. So what build do you guys think this should be? 866 or 776? Since we went so light on infield, I'm leaning 776. But we do have a lot of young arms. I think it'll come down to what infielders we get here. There goes Stewart. Yeah, because now we're already into the dart throw arms. Damn, I wish I would have got Nola. Alright, 191 is next. We'll take him if he falls. We like Baldwin. Ooh, we'll take McGonagall if he falls. Klein. I guess, I don't know, is it falling at pick 191? Come on now. This would be a kind of high leverage spot to have him too. That'd be exciting. Swanson's fine. Fuck, there he goes. What a bummer. So I don't really have a preference on these pitchers, so we'll probably go infield. Rodon's injured. Doesn't really fit the team that well. Come on, do we get... What are you gonna do, buddy? Sweet. See, we knew there was gonna be 30 pick value at infield. We definitely knew it. So we'll take him. I mean, I haven't drafted him yet, so this is where I want to be taking him. And maybe he breaks out. Who the hell knows? So, So this could either be the last infielder, or we could go 2 more infield. I'm honestly not sure. As my dog loses their mind. I think we'll go McLean here. I think his price is going to rise. He's having a massive spring. He was a highly regarded prospect, and then he got injured back-to-back years. I think the bounce back could be legit. So that's our 6th infielder. Still don't know what build I want to go here. Let's just tag some pitchers here that we like. Do you guys like any of these pitchers that I'm missing here? This is such a crapshoot. Ashcraft. Anyone else exciting? Tovar is a stack with Doyle. Oh man. I was looking at his numbers the other day. Man, he was a bad hitter last year. 78 WRC plus. In Colorado, how do you even do that? The one reason I have been drafting him is he did have this 26 homer season at age of 22. He's still young, but he's always had a high strikeout rate. But he plays in Colorado, so you never know. And we're looking for like high upside weeks, so he could definitely fit the bill. I know Stott's been having a huge spring. Manzardo. So the question is, are we satisfied with our infield? So Freeman, Rice, Wilson. Yeah, I think we need to go 7. So we'll go one more infield. Just doesn't quite have the upside up top, so we might need to get lucky with someone at the bottom here. Whereas we have the 2 pretty early pitchers, so I think 7-7-6 will be the way. But I'd have no idea how to pick between these guys, to be honest. I guess I should look for stacks here, right? So look at outfielders. So any Yankees, not really. Red Sox. Oh, Durbin. We go Durbin. Go Burger. I think Burger's off to a hot start. Maybe we'll go Burger. Not a super sexy pick, but if we want a sexy pick, we could go Weatherholt. I wonder where he's slotted. I think he's slotted in like the top 3, right? The lineup. No. Should probably just go with the stack. It's funny because like the Cardinals don't really have any players to stack with, so I just never end up with them. We'll take Mize first though. This is pretty good value for him though. Okay, he went. We don't need to go Burger here. No, he usually doesn't get drafted, and there's other options. So we'll take our favorite pitcher, which I think is, I guess, Ashcraft. Who else is left? Miller. We already have enough young upside arms. I think Ashcraft is a little safer for innings, and that feels like a better fit for this team. So we'll take Ashcraft. And then one of these infielders, and that'll be it. This will be a fun team to recap. Curious to see how you guys pick between these late infielders. Because, yeah, you can have your guy, but what are you just going to draft your same guy every damn draft? I think, like, going off stacks, is the only thing that makes sense to me, really. So that would be Durbin or Berger. I think, did Tovar go? I think Tovar went, right? Yeah. Berger, I'm just looking at their projection, 947. Oh, that's going to be way higher than Durbin. Oh, wow, no. Maybe it could go Durbin. I think the Red Sox are going to be a solid offense this year. Durbin showed some flashes last year. It's projected to hit 6th. Berger's 5th, 29. You guys like Durbin or Berger? I think Berger's like a safer, for sure, gonna have some solid power. Durbin won 11 and 18 last year. Could definitely steal more bases. It's only 26. Such a toss-up, man. Kind of surprised Durbin was projected for more points on Underdog. Where is it? Right here, 1,047. But I don't know what their projections are, to be honest. 947. What's their ADP Berger? So the Berger gets drafted a little more over there. Maybe someone will take one and make it easy on me. So it'd be nice to like have my exposure ready so I can just kind of flip flop. Maybe I go like least exposure stacked player. I could probably look it up on my phone. I don't think I have either of these guys like a ton. Durbin 26, Berger 31. So technically that would be Durbin. I think we might go, oh man, I don't freaking know. I mean, Berger has a projection on Oopsie of 29 homers. It's pretty attractive. Oh my god. Alright, this guy saves me, and I'm just gonna take Durbin. That's pretty funny. Getting sniped right before. This guy must be listening. Alright, cool. So that was the $20 draft. Which is probably last draft of the day. Try to stream again tomorrow. Friday? Could maybe do 3 drafts. But let's do a quick recap. You guys let me know. What do you think? Was this team good enough to win 200K? So let's see here. We got in the outfield, we got Judge, Roman Anthony, Wyatt Langford. So we got the MVP, 2 young studs, backed up by Adele, Butler, and Doyle. That feels really strong. Infield, we got Freddie Freeman, Ben Rice, Jacob Wilson. Backed up by Barger, Keishel, McLean, and Durbin. So a little light on infield, but we did go 7. We didn't quite get the value in the middle rounds that we had been getting on the previous drafts. But I like Barger here. This pick probably saved the team. And McLean could be a steal at this price. And Wilson, who knows with Wilson, right? He's on the A's, so has a high batting average. He could definitely have some spike weeks. And the pitching staff is Hunter Brown, Jacob deGrom, Savage at 20 picks of value, backed up by Chandler, Cabrera, Mize, and Ashcraft. So let me know what you guys think about the team. I like it. I like this team a lot. It was our first $20 judge team. Feels good to get one. So yeah, those were fun drafts today. Come join me tomorrow, and thanks for joining, guys.